Uniper's Market Insights is now also available on YouTube and LinkedIn, as well as Spotify, Apple, and Audible. Please feel free to subscribe and follow us, and on the corresponding platform, please leave a comment or feedback, or if you have any idea about a future topic, let us know. Thank you very much, and now enjoy. Hello and welcome to Uniper's Market Insights. Thanks for tuning in again. My name is Florian Oberländer, and by my side, the man who has answers to all of my questions, our chief analyst, Gregor Pett. Hi, Gregor.
Hi, Florian. At least I have the answers to the question we agreed upon beforehand, so that's good.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that was supposed to be secret. But anyways, okay. We have great topics today that we will be covering. We will discuss ammonia. We will discuss the increasing consumption of gas in Europe. And we will be talking about El Niño, which is a really cool topic, I think. But let's start with the Gastech convention in Singapore. You were on site with Uniper, and you also participated in various discussion panels. What topics and impressions did you bring back with you for us?
Yeah, so that's obviously a great location and also a great region. And it's very good then to see the perspective, not always from a European perspective, but also from, in this case, an Asian perspective. And first of all, I very much enjoyed that we supported the Future Leaders program at Gastech, which brought us in touch with a lot of young people, in this case from Singapore, who work in the energy industry, want to develop in the energy industry, and that is always very good opportunity to be in touch. We had a lot of colleagues from Uniper on site who also talked to the people there and very much enjoyed the interaction. On the business side, it's worth noting that Gastech is also evolving in the direction to become a hydrogen and climate tech conference. So if I reflect on the discussions we had, it's probably even more than half on climate tech and hydrogen than if you want the traditional gas. So it's clearly evolving, and the discussion are really evolving in that direction.
Good deal. Well, thanks for sharing that. And we also had good news, I don't know, to the ones that follow our newsroom on our internet page as well. We had a press release about kind of a pre-agreement with ConocoPhillips and also JERA about the potential offtake of hydrogen and also ammonia. So this was really good news coming from the Gastech directly.
Yeah, it's important to find these agreements where suppliers and off-takers and distributors of, in this case, ammonia or hydrogen come together and agree to jointly develop that market.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's stay with ammonia for a minute here, because this is one of the topics that, the press is covering lately, and which is also really relevant nowadays with Uniper. And initially, I thought, Uniper is now producing glass cleaners or fertilizers. Obviously, this is not the case, but what stands behind the topic of ammonia?
Yeah, as you rightly said, ammonia is a very interesting raw material for the chemical industry. And there's an established market on ammonia. Unfortunately, that ammonia is mainly gray, which means there's a lot of CO2 produced when you produce ammonia. But the good news is that you can only produce it in a blue or green way, and green way, of course, then using renewable energy to produce it. And the good thing is you can also use ammonia as a raw material to then create hydrogen when you crack it. And hydrogen obviously is a very desirable substance for a lot of industrial processes, for the chemical industry, and also for energy generation. This is very much what everybody wants. Yeah, and ammonia is also a way to transport hydrogen. So that's what makes it so interesting. And also there is existing technology. If you want to transport hydrogen, it's very difficult because you have to cool it down, and that is very difficult to do. Also the energy density is relatively low. When you transport it in the form of ammonia, the energy density is much higher, and also you can use existing technology and existing infrastructure, and that makes it a very, very advantageous market and a very, very advantageous opportunity to decarbonize economy and the energy.
Yeah. So definitely some advantages compared to conventional energy and hydrogen. Since you already mentioned the different colors a little bit, maybe can you explain what stands behind these colors for our audience out there?
Yeah, gray, that uses in particular the natural gas, and there is CO2 emitted then in the process, which is of course not what we want. Then blue uses also natural gas, but then the CO2 that is created in the process is then captured and then either stored or used in a different way. So that's very good to do that. And then last but not least, green ammonia is created by using green energy, meaning electricity from renewable sources. And that is obviously the way to go. Unfortunately, there's less than 1% globally that is produced that way, and that clearly needs to increase if we want to save the climate.
All right. Well, thanks for the insight there as well. And it's definitely a topic that we will hear a lot about in the future. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Coming from the gas of tomorrow to the gas of today, here we saw reports that the consumption of gas in Europe on the yearly comparison has increased since the last 10 months. So mainly the reason was due to the industrial pickup of Germany and also Spain. And if we look at the volatility of prices, of the last couple of weeks, mainly due to strike situation in Australia and also lately a little bit of a supply situation that we have in Norway, do you expect prices to be that volatile moving forward or even increasing?
I mean, the price increase as such is no surprise. I mean, that's very common, very usual that when the heating season starts, that prices pick up as well in line with demand. So that was to be expected. The interesting effect is here that the risk of a supply disruption, for example, if we pick the Australian supplies, so there wasn't not really a supply disruption, there was merely the risk, yeah. So due to the strikes, there was a perceived risk of a supply disruption. Even that caused the prices to move. So it shows how nervous the market is, and we've discussed it a couple of times here. That because of this tight market situation, also small effects can really have a big price impact. Yeah, so that is the current situation, and which means then we still have to be cautious with the energy use, have to save energy, yeah, in order to be able to mitigate the situation if supply is caught. And last but not least, the great unknown is of course the weather. We had a warm winter last year. And a lot of signals go in the direction that the coming one will also be warm, but we shouldn't be sitting back and watching it. We should be actively managing our energy consumption. That is very important.
Yeah, exactly. And especially when we talk about prices, this weather factor is always so highly important. And one of the reasons why we have a weather team at Uniper as well. And they are also assisting the business with their outlooks. And they're currently sitting together looking at the outlook for the upcoming winter. As you mentioned, it's probably going to be, a little bit on the warmer side again. But one thing that is always very important is the El Niño, because this kind of weather phenomenon has impact to the global world, or can have impact on the global world. Can you explain our audience what stands behind the El Niño?
Yeah, El Niño is a weather phenomenon that occurs in the Pacific Ocean. And it means that there's a changed wind pattern, which leads to warmer water and warmer air, consequently then flowing into North America, or southern part of North America, which then it can lead to warmer weather, floodings. And if it's a particularly strong event like the one this year, it's actually of the same strength or even stronger than the last one we've seen in 2015-16. That can even then lead to warmer weather in Europe. And this is what is observable in the surface ocean temperatures as we speak. So it's building up. And if that materializes, then we will have a relatively warm winter and also a wet winter. Consequently, it may have a risk of colder weather in northern and eastern Europe than towards the end of the winter. But this will then happen early 2024 and not before that. So this is the basically what most meteorologists predict as we speak. So.
Okay.
That is the alternative. The other phenomenon which we've had over the last couple of years is La Niña, which then leads to colder weather in North America, and this is what we've also seen. Yeah.
Okay, and also worth mentioning that a stronger occurrence of El Niño also reflects on maybe higher winds potentially, and also a little bit heavier rainfall, which then feeds through to renewable energy, and of course in combination with warmer weather and lower gas consumption then can lead to lower prices as well.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good deal. Thank you very much for answering all of my questions again and all of the insights.
Yeah, you're welcome. I enjoyed it as always. Mm-hmm.
All right. And to you out there, thank you very much for watching or listening. Hope you tune in next time again. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye and take care.